Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of this series. In the previous video you can see what we're going to be building today, and well, for this video we're going to do all the setup that we need, and we'll just go through the book here, and I guess we'll just cover one chapter per video, I guess, or if we can do more then we'll do more. So let's start now. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is okay, let's just go through the book, I guess. So here you have, the table of contents, and then first chapter, Django Web App Setup. So for the prerequisites, we need a computer, Python 3 or greater, any code editor. You can use Sublime or Visual Studio. Visual Studio is the one that I recommend. That's the one that I use. Any database. I'm using Postgresql for this tutorial. You can also stick to SQLite 3, which is the one that comes with it's the default one that comes with Django. So let's see. So if you don't have these things, if you need to download Visual Studio, you can do that now. If you want to download Postgresql, you can do that. I have the links here, so you just click here and just go to the page and download it for your operating system. So the same thing with pgadmin. We'll use this later on, but it's important to have it. So same thing, just download, go through the setup, have that ready. Okay, so after you do this, then we can actually start setting up the database first. So let's see. So once you have it, you will get this icon here. This is for Mac. I don't know if you get it for Windows, but for Mac you get it over here on the top right corner. You can just double click that, or rather just click and go to open Postgres, and here you have all the databases. These are my databases, the ones that I have created so far, and we're gonna create a new one. So you go to Postgres, double click there, and you get to the terminal. So you're gonna do the following. So you're gonna set the password first. So you set the password to be so just issue this command, enter, and then it tells you to enter a password. So the password that I've used here is, I just want to use the same password so that we can okay, so password 123. And then you have to enter the password again. So once you do that, you get back to you see this Postgres on the left side. Alright, so now we can create the database by using this command here, which is create database, and then the name of the database. And in this case, we're gonna, since we're following the book, we just use the same that's in the book. So in this case, example owner Postgres, and then you click on enter, and the database has been created. Alright, so once you do this, you can close the terminal. You can also close this, it will still be running. If it's not running, just come here and make sure that you have the green check here. Alright, so now that you have done that, so here you have the explanation of the commands, what they do, all of those things. It more theory, I guess, or how to do things in Visual Studio. So this is actually what we're doing here. So after the database, you go to, so you can do it from Visual Studio. So you can go to Visual Studio and then create folders from there. I personally like to just go on my just create the folder on my desktop first, and then open it with Visual Studio. So just go to any folder on your desktop where you want the project to be, and just create like a new folder with for this project, I guess. So in this case, so let me just do that. So I have created the folder. So you can see here, this is the folder that I created. It's empty. And then you come to Visual, so you open Visual Studio. Go to Open. Should take a minute. Go to whatever your folder is, and just open that folder. So once you have that, you will have like, you will see it here, right? So this is the folder that we just created. So we did that. So now we need to create a virtual environment. I think this is important because you don't want to have, all those packages installed globally. That's why you create a virtual environment, just to keep it self-contained, I guess. So you have here this toolbar, right? So just go to Terminal, New Terminal, and you should see the terminal like this. Let me see. I hope I'm not. Let me just switch this here and put this here. Yeah, I don't want to be covering this thing. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that's better, I guess. So now you have your name here, the computer that you're on, and then the folder that you're in. So let's create a virtual environment. So make sure that you already have Python before you actually start issuing these commands. If not, it will tell you, oh, you don't have Python, then you just have to install Python on your system. For the Macs, it already comes installed, so you already have it. So it will take a minute. What's happening? All right, there we go. All right, so now it's been created. So now let's activate it. So you activate it by issuing this command now. So this tells you that you activated the virtual environment. You can see it here, and this is the name of the virtual environment. You could have chosen a different name. So now we need pip, which is a way to. So it's a package management system for Python, and it helps you install packages. So let's install all these packages here. So let's install Django. We'll take a second here. Yeah. So now, this only it's warning me about the latest version of pip. I'm using a pip and not pip 3. I think it's the latest. All right. Let's install Pillow, which it helps you manage images. Yeah, it's super slow today. Not sure why. Alrighty, now let's do the same thing with the last two packages, PsychoPG. So these are useful because they help you connect to the database Postgresql. Oh, there is something here. What's going on? Hello, guys. So I think this is connected now. So I had to do some troubleshooting. I didn't realize that I disconnected the mic, and you could hear like the computer and all the typing and everything. It was really annoying. So I'm just re-recording this, I guess. So the troubleshooting, right? So what I did was I just copied like a part of this message, went to Stack Overflow, and found the answer. And the answer was that I had to export where the contents of Postgres of the app PostgreSQL was stored. See here, you can see it. I also tried this, didn't work. So yeah, so after you do that, so this is the answer. You just have to do this. Just export the path, and then you can issue the command pip install psychopg2, and then you'll get it installed. I'm gonna put this link in the description so that you can try there's like a bunch of things that you could try, and that's the one that solved my problem. So we're moving on. So after you do that, then so let's just go back, because I already did it, so I won't do it again, but I'll just walk you through it. So here, after I installed this package, did all the troubleshooting, then I installed this one. As you can see here, no problems with that one. Again, if you want an explanation, it's here. So the first time that I was trying to install this package, psychopg2, I got this problem, and I wrote like a troubleshooting section here so that you can see how to solve, so that you can like have the answer and don't have to go to Stack Overflow and all of that. So I might add the new one that I see, and even says here I might add the new one as well in the future, I guess. So that's just troubleshooting part. So then we go to the listings app section. So now we have to issue this command so that we can create like a folder for the project with all the Python files that we need. Once again, I already did that. Here you have it. So you issue this command, and don't forget the dot operator here, and then you'll get a folder like on the folder directory that says example, and you'll get all the py files that you need, which is the Python files that you need. And this is how the directory should look after you issue that command. And then let me see something. Yeah, so that's how it should look. And then you also issue like so here you already have listings. I think it's because I issue both commands, and then I'll show you the directory or something like that. So you can issue this command and then issue this command immediately. This will create like a new app which is called listings, and then you can see it here. It's already included here. And then once you open listings, it also has like a set of py files that we're gonna need. After that, you go to the settings.py, go to the database, go to the installed app section, and add the new app that you created. Every time that you create an app, you have to add it to the installed app section. So that's what I did. So I'll just add this here. So for the database, if you're using SQLite 3, you can stick to this. Just leave this. So this is what it was here before I changed it. So if you want to use a PostgreSQL database, then you'll have to change it to have these information. So as you can see here, I already changed it. Again, if you want an explanation, it's all here. So now we do I already did this as well. So the setup for the static and the media files. So you go the same file, scroll down to this part, and then you have to add these things, these lines of code. Once you add them, you already have like the setup for the static and media files, so that we can upload images. So these file upload permissions. Sometimes Django behaves a little bit weirdly, so it's better to have this so that you don't have problems uploading the files. There's an explanation here and all of that. I think like this is where I stopped when I realized that the mic was not connected. So I did this part and then I stopped. So now we get to this part. So for the linter setup. So for this part, it's optional, but it's better to have it because a linter helps you debug. It helps you it tells you what kind of problems you have, right? So if it's like a syntax issue, or there's something with the Python code it's not well written or something like that, so it's good to have it. So let me just close this. So to get to this file, it's hidden first. You won't have it, so you can see here because I already did this, but it's hidden usually. So you go to views, command palette, and then select the linter, pylint. So it would tell you here if it's not installed, then you would install it, and then you still would get this file after you do it. But install it if you don't have it installed. Then on the directory you have that BS code, this new folder, and you have a settings.json file. Open that one, and you'll have something like this. I already changed the contents, that's why. So you'll have something like this, and then these are the new contents that you want. Watch out for this line. This is where Python is installed. Yeah, this is where Python is on your computer. So make sure that you put and use the correct path here. And yeah, so this is where I stopped. So now we can continue from here. So now that you're done with this, if you go back to, well, these are different problems here. Let's see what it says. Yeah, this is, don't worry about that one. Let me go back to, just close this too. Go back to terminal. Okay, so now we can continue. Let's go to this section, which is the Django simple web app. So after you do all of that, you want to issue these commands. Python that manage the py. These commands will become very familiar to you. Make migrations. It's gonna make all the migration. Oh, what's this? So OS path is not defined. All right. So once again, so I guess that part was important. What I have? Okay, I think I know why. I don't think I have. So it used to be here before. So when they changed from like an old version of Django to a new one, they changed a bunch of things. So I guess this is one of those things that changed. So you have to import OS. So import OS and then install. Don't worry about this, or okay, whatever. We just install it, I guess. So yeah, so just go back and import OS, and then you'll be able. So just put it in the at the top of the file, and then the problem will go away, as you can see. Yeah, so I think you can still. Maybe they use this for an old version, and now you don't use it anymore, and you can do a different thing here. It still works this way, so I'm just gonna keep it until I figure out why. Alright, so let's go back to where we were. So yeah, so let's just issue these commands. So Python that manage the py, make migrations. Let's see. So no changes detected. Alright, so I guess that's good. But it's still giving the same problem, or the default fatal roast food does not exist. Alright. Okay, I think I know where I messed up. So if you go back to here, to this part, to the Postgresql database, as you can see here, I messed up here because for the user I used PostgresQL. So you don't want the QL, just Postgres. Let's save that file, and hopefully now we can do this. Alright, small mistakes typing. So now it should work. So no changes detected. Good. And you go to, let's go back. Alright, so now second command that you'll become very familiar with, migrate. Manage the py.migrate. So it's applying all the migrations, everything that we did, and now we run the server finally. So that's the last command for this chapter. As you can see, no issues. So now you can you should be able to go here to this URL, and you'll find that you have like a similar page like this. Okay, so let's I think you just have to do command here, and we'll open. As you can see it, we have it here, Django. The install worked successfully. So we've done it. We've covered the first chapter successfully. We have our web app. So that was chapter 1. Here again you have like some of the commands that we used, some of the explanations, difference between a project and an app. A project is pretty much, you know, different apps and Python files needed to create and run a website, and an app is just like you just use an app to do like certain tasks on a website. So like again, so users app, it will create users. Register will create and register users. If you put like a listings app, that's to list you know, products and stuff like that, and so forth and so on. So that's all for this video. Here, if you have the book, you can just go through this quiz. It's pretty easy, and I'll see you on chapter 2, Django basics. Thank you.